The BCCI is all set to get into an emergency huddle to firm up its battle plan to tackle the fixing mess. The latest scandal has blown in the board's face, and all eyes today will be on its top guns when they meet in Chennai to prove that they have the will to clean this latest mess up. One of the possibilities that will be discussed is legal action against the erring trio Srisant, Chandila and Jawan. Though there have been calls for a life ban, the BCCI is unlikely to jump the gun. The BCCI constitution demands that the inquiry be completed before bans are handed down, but all players will remain suspended till the inquiry ends. But tough talk like this is nothing new. There have seldom been preventive measures in the past. The BCCI has broken its promise to cricket fans countless times before, but will they walk the talk after what is, at this time, cricket's biggest ever crisis? Well, the board must now come up with a comprehensive action plan that first focuses on mentoring players and educating them about corruption, and the plan of action if they are approached by a bookie. Another thing that the board has to ensure is that it monitors its players closely. The world's richest cricketing body finds itself in the dock, its Premier League image tarnished, 3 players caught red-handed. The BCCI's top rung, like I said, will be meeting to chalk out a salvage plan if there is any. In all likelihood, the 3 arrested players will be facing action. They are suspended for now, but a life ban is unlikely, at least at this time. The board still doesn't want to look at the bigger picture. What about the bigger menace called fixing Indian cricket? Will they finally clean this system up?
Cricketers who have brought the game to disrepute with their alleged misdemeanors and has jolted the administrators out of their slumber. What's worse, the BCCI could have easily averted this if they had heeded the warnings.
क्रिकेट सट्टे के 70 मुकदमे थे, 2 केसेज हमने ऑफेंसिव और प्रभावी कार्रवाई करते हुए 420 के मुकदमे भी पंजीबद्ध किए हैं। इस इंफॉर्मेशन से हमने यहाँ जो बीसीसीआई के अधिकारी ठहरे हुए थे उसको टाइमली इन्फॉर्म भी कर दिया था।
Board President N. Srinivasan scrambled to emphasize why the league was not untenable, but he had nothing to offer, repeating the promises BCCI made after match-fixing scandal broke in 1999.
All I can say is that it won't stop here. The BCCI will not keep quiet. If they are found guilty, we will come down very, very heavily on them. And it will not take a long time. We will do it swiftly.
But what did they do? Nothing. What did they offer after the sting operation by news channel last year that implicated 5 players in spot fixing? Post life bans, but no preventive measures. And what will they do now? The same thing.
Whatever is decided by working committee, I mean, strongest action. What is the strongest? Strongest action is life ban. So this disciplinary committee will get into the evidences which will be given. After that, they will be decided.
The BCCI will have to put in a comprehensive action plan in place with better mentoring the key. A more proactive ACSU with an audit department to check on players' finances rather than just life bans. BCCI must ensure all money paid to the players by franchisee and board is returned if one is found guilty. And accredited agents for all players will go a long way in keeping a check. Or they will find opportunistic netas donning their holier-than-thou avatars and queuing up to point fingers at the IPL.
इस खेल को हमने इतनी तरजीह दे दी और मीडिया ने इसको इतना बढ़ा दिया कि इसमें रुपया और महिलाओं के अलावा कुछ रह ही नहीं गया। ये 3 पकड़े गए, मुझे तो ताज्जुब है 3 ही क्यों पकड़े गए। यहाँ तो लगता है कि मेजॉरिटी ऑफ देम आर डूइंग दिस थिंग।
But the questions need to be answered and answered urgently are: did the T20 league have it coming? Was the tournament structure vulnerable from the beginning to nefarious elements? And most importantly, did BCCI ignore prior warnings of spot fixing? With Rasesh Mandani in Chennai, Navneet Prabhu, headlines today.
Well, we're calling it the moment of truth, but does the BCCI see it the same way, or is it going to be another exercise in simply brushing things underneath the carpet? Let's get a quick word in from Headlines Today's Rasesh Mandani, who joins me live from Chennai. Rasesh, plenty on the table, plenty of decisions to be made. Are you getting the sense, when you speak to your sources, that anything concrete is going to follow the meeting that the BCCI has today?
I think, Shiv, the BCCI will first come out and say that they cannot police the IPL, and I think in that sense, if we were to expect that the BCCI will be able to eradicate corruption, I think that will be difficult to happen. But having said that, the BCCI knows that it wants to be seen as acting in light of all that has come out, and because disbursements are not just cast on the players in question, on the entire functioning of the IPL, there will be some measures taken. As far as action against BC players is concerned, a lifespan is likely, but there will be a procedure followed, an inquiry committee appointed, and report will be forwarded, and then strict action against players will not be surprising. As far as putting systems in place is concerned, I think that is something that people are looking at more closely. Considering the fact that the franchisee question, Rajasthan Royals, has been summoned to the meeting as well,
Yes.
and then going to be clarifications from that franchise, I think is an indicator enough that the BCCI, wants to have some strong words and seek some clarifications and try to at least investigate the matter in question. And it will be interesting to see how they go forward on that front. Also, there's going to be a review of the anti-corruption process in case as well. Remember, the ICC has been using the services of the ICC anti-corruption wing, but that wing hasn't been able to come out with any concrete in international cricket, let alone the IPL. The BCCI at the moment has its own anti-corruption wing in place, but it's not large enough, whether it's comprehensive enough, whether it looks to integrate more police agencies into the whole picture, whether there was going to be a reintegration of the ICC and the BCCI's own corruption wing. I think all those aspects will be looked on by the observers quite closely.
All right.